And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Just a pickup of 3, but that is indeed enough. A first down carry by Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. For Zeke, one of first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got the first. Just across.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
It's important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Cowboys. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cowboys 7, Redskins 0. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 19. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. Intended that time for Cooper.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Nice pick.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Running with Elliott. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Out of the gun, Geis. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Big end. Check 3. Showing it. Look, in the rep. Let's go right here. Hey, where'd they go?
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Alert 3.
At the 5-yard line.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
54 mark. Check. Watch 54. Rip left. Put up. Flare. Wahoo. Right there. 54. Right there.
Haskins on 3rd down. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this week? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Gallup.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 50. Check my 50. We're going to 54. Right here. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. No. Off. Check. Check four. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
On first and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Prescott is going to go for a big play. It's caught inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Bravo. Hey, one set to go.
Now Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Come on now, let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third down, here's Haskins, escaping the pressure right. And he finds McLaurin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They go play action with Haskins. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Haskins will throw. Got it complete to Rodgers.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I hope you brought your lunch, 'cause I'm about to take you to school.
Again, it's Haskins. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Dontari Poe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
That one good for 26 and a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line.
First down, Cowboys.
Well, last year on Thanksgiving when the Cowboys and Redskins met, that was sort of the Dallas coming out party for Amari Cooper. A lot of people were questioning that trade, but on that Thanksgiving Day game, Cooper 8 catches, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Cowboys would get the victory and really turn things on and end up making the playoffs. A 20th carry here for Elliott. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
56. Check 56. Oh, yeah.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Prescott down the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56. Everyone pretty quiet, D. Everyone pretty quiet.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Haskins. Off to Geis on the screen. Finding room inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit.
Undercrush. Here we go, 47.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. A spin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's second and 6. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On third down, Haskins. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Then he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Looking to throw, Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now it's Haskins, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Here's Barber. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. On the ground, it's Geis. He fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Darius Geis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. That's fielded in the end zone. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.